This is a very important election year. It's up to us to get up, motivate ourselves, and go and vote. Don't pay attention to whatever the media is telling you. Who's up, who's down. It's up to us. It's our future. We have to get up and go vote. My name is Terry Devon Nelson, and I approve of this message. Welcome back to The Truth. Steven, let's pick up where we left off about, the Illuminati and stuff. What do you feel about it?
Oh, okay. Well, where I left off was, in order to get riches, you got to sell your soul to gain the world. Let's put it that way. We know that scripture in the Bible as well. Gain the world, lose your soul. So these people had to give up. They had to give up their soul in order to get to where they at.
Oh yeah. I do agree.
There's a price you have to pay.
It definitely is a price you have to pay.
And that's where the Illuminati come in. All these, if you do your research on the Illuminati, they're all about sacrifices and pledge your allegiance to them. You know what I mean? Know that you can't move without them. You don't go against the grain with them, because if you go against the grain, that's how people come up missing or so-called murdered or gunned down.
It's funny that you saying all this, because you remember that time when Kanye West, when he first came out with the Hurricane Katrina situation, and he said George Bush do not care about black people. And after George Bush got out of being the president and he was doing a little book tour, guess what? Kanye West came back on national TV and apologized to George Bush. Isn't that funny?
It's funny.
He's supposed to be a hard thug. But he come back and apologized.
Yeah, you're right.
They made him do that.
Of course they did. Of course they made him do that. Because you don't step out of line. You understand? There's a certain place to where, we adopted you into this organization. You know what I mean? Yes, there's a certain influence. We want to use you in order to manipulate the masses. Of course they want you to do that. But at the same time, you ain't paid the sacrifice that I paid. I'm one of the higher ups.
That's right.
I'm the king of this country at the time. Because people don't realize presidents are your modern kings from back in the day. They're the king of the country.
They might be the king, but they're more like a figurehead.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because you got a lot of other people behind, within the secret society, really running this country.
Yes, sir.
But a lot of people don't want to believe that. Not only running this country, trying to rule the world too. That's why if you pay close attention, they mention one world government. They mention that.
Oh yeah,
Can you believe that?
I can believe it, because the one world government is going to come. It's going to happen. If people don't believe that they're not setting up chaos to make this one world government, then you all faulty. I mean, if you're going to believe the Bible all the way, then believe it all the way. Don't take your bits and pieces and say, hey, this life is all about go to school, go to college, start me a nice family, get a good job, and have grandkids and retire. They think that this is the life. This is where it's at. This is all about. No, they're going to come in. People are going to get ready. Know that you got to stay focused in your spiritual walk, because they're getting ready to start this one world government while you're doing all those things that I said by, the typical life. While you're busy handling that, they're busy starting to crash the market.
Correct.
They're getting ready to create their one world government, and they're going to come in the form of peace.
Correct.
They're going to come in the form of peace.
That's correct. That's exactly right. What you're saying is right on the money. If you pay a close attention, they don't say one world government. They say new world order. Yep. Pay attention what these people saying. Don't only listen to what the media said. They also in bed with this whole one world order situation.
Yes, sir.
Most of us, we getting hoodwinked by them bringing in a lot of stuff to keep us occupied, new gadgets, and we all happy. But we don't see our life is deteriorating.
That's right.
We coming back into modern day slavery.
You're right.
And they sitting back watching us.
Yes, sir.
That's why our kids are so uneducated right now, because they don't want to educate them. They want them to be the next generation of slaves to their will. So you have to sell your soul to stay on top.
You're right about that. You're right about
Correct.
that. You do have to sell your soul to stay on top, and you have to become a slave to their merchandise system, to Satan's merchandise system, I want to say. People are caught up into the newest things. Got to have the newest thing. Got to have the newest gadget. Got to have the newest cars. Got to have the newest clothes. You got to have all those things. All those things that's meaningless. We spend so much time in doing things like that. We spend so much time in entertainment, so much time in self-gain, rather than knowing who God truly is.
And for God's children out there, you need to wake up and get closer to Him. If your minister and your bishop is not telling you this stuff, you can't pawn it off on them, because you got to seek God for yourself. Seek Him and you shall find. And if they falling short, they know, because a lot of them getting caught up in the world system too. So I'm saying to everybody out there, pay close attention, get close, pick up a Bible, start reading, and start moving towards God, because the devil is here. What do you feel about that?
Oh, is he here? And he's on his game too.
Oh.
If you have a common enemy, and you will want to know the ins and out about that person. You will want to know exactly what he likes to do, what is he about, what's his story, so I may know my enemy.
Mm-hmm.
But the enemy is he's so cunning to the point to where he'll entertain you while you're stuck in entertainment. He's studying everything about you.
Correct. Even giving you new gadget to get the information you need to get the Bible.
While you're funding his campaign is what I want to say.
Correct. Correct.
I mean, we're not saying the devil needs money. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying if you look at an aspect of you're supplying his pawns, all the pawns he got out there making these gadgets and doing all these things. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with cameras and nothing wrong with certain cell phones or anything like that and having electronics, but the electronics and entertainment has to have its place in your life. It's okay for a little, you're doing your entertainment or whatever, as long as it's a positive thing, and you enjoying and spreading the word and everything is good, using those gadgets for a purpose. Mm-hmm. But if you just stuck in those gadgets, not bettering your life, you just all about chasing entertainment. How can I get on TV? How can I be the biggest YouTube blogger and everyone's watching?
And still, how better I can get closer to the Lord.
Yeah.
That's the whole problem right there. That's the whole problem. By the time everybody wake up, it's going to be too late.
Too late.
So I'm out there talking to all God's children. Wake up and smell the coffee.
Please.
Before it's too late. You need to research. Stop just looking at television. If you don't believe what we saying, do some research of your own. We will have some up here to try to open up your eyes just a little bit. But you're going to have to research for yourself and seek God, and He will open it all for you. Just believe.
That's right. We are at the time to where, just like how you see certain scenarios or certain situations in movies, to where it's always one person coming and warn somebody and say, look, they coming, or this is about to happen, and yada yada, and then everybody just laughs and say, whatever, get out of here. Just like how they made Noah feel when God told him about the flood. Oh, yeah. It ain't never rained before. They ain't even seen no boat before. Mm-hmm. What, rain, flood? What, are you kidding me? Mm-hmm. And then bam, when it happened, they was banging on the door to try to get in.
Well, they couldn't get in.
When it's late, it's late. Oh, they wish they would.
That's what we're going through to this present day.
That's
right
what
now.
It is. When you got real truth and you putting it out there, and we're just two guys sitting here talking, letting the people know what God has given us. But when we spread it out, it's not. To be honest, it's not